What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Aged Out Reacts with the two hosts of the Aged Out podcast, Mike Fantini and
Evan Worrell. What's up?
And today we're joined by none other than Josh Brickey. What's up, dude?
Not much, man. Glad to be here. Watch some vids.
Yeah, check out
man. Jay Bricks in the house.
Check out some old school band. So before we get into today's videos, and notice I said plural videos, we're going to be clipping a few different 90s groups today. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel, like the video if you like what we're doing. Go check out the podcast on all the podcast services, the clip videos, tell your friends about us. And the first video we're going to be checking out today is...
It's not even from the 90s. Like
it's not a 90s video.
Is that why Josh was shaking his head? I dropped the ball.
Rip.
Shit happens, man. Come on. It's late. Bourbon is bourbon. You know, what are you going to do?
It's actually Josh's idea, too. It's like, you guys need to do some old school clips, which I was like, yes, we do. I mean, it's great because I've seen these drum lines before, but I haven't in a really long time. So it's going to be, as far as the drum video scene goes, a little bit more fresh of a reaction just because I haven't seen it in so long.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Kids got to learn.
I know. Got to learn somehow. So as you can see now on your screen, it's going to be Cadets 2000 is the first group we're talking about. And I think if we set this up right, there might be the tail end of the last rep of 8s here, but it gets right into show music. So let's check this out.
We are the future. Something like that. Millennium Show.
Yep.
Oh, man, we got to sit here through a whole rep.
Dude, they play the crap out of this rep.
They do.
Tim Maynard and Tim Green, man.
Was Maynard in this line or teaching it?
He was in center. Him and Tim Green split center.
Here we go.
Right off the bat.
Just nasty rolls.
I appreciate that the drums are at a high height so they could probably actually march, including the quads.
Oh, the quads for sure.
Really great tuning.
You say good tuning in the snare line or quads?
Well, between the snares and the quads together.
Between the sections, yeah.
Yeah.
Playing with the cookies.
Yeah.
I wish more groups would play with those.
Yeah.
They sound good. I don't envy them for those carriers, though. I'm not going to lie.
Dude.
Right.
Disagree
Hold
100% on that.
You disagree?
Oh, my God.
Did you have those
carriers are the greatest carrier ever made.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, man. I need to have an
No
opportunity.
way.
No, man. No, I'm telling you, they were called the Mag Vest. And there was like all fiberglass.
The mag vest. It looks like a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
Dude, it was. Dude, think about the carriers nowadays. They have all these moving parts and shit breaks constantly. Those things. I think Zach Schlicker told me that he used the same carrier his age out year that he used the first year at Cadets.
What?
I'm surprised there's any padding. Hopefully you replaced the padding on it.
I don't think there was any padding, but I'm telling you, those carriers were the absolute best. Your shoulders moved a little bit, the drum went with it. It was awesome. Best carrier I ever used, no doubt.
It's interesting to think about with you saying that. Like, why would they try if it? You know, the whole if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, why did they? They had to have been getting complaints if they tried to like
Indoor.
Well,
maybe.
I'm not really sure, but I know like when the original tube carrier came out from Randall May, it was a pretty noticeable improvement. Though the tube carrier now is nowhere near what it was. But I'm telling you, I disagree 100%. Those carriers, MagVest, greatest thing ever.
All right,
The greatest carrier I actually was the Dynasty carriers. I will say those things were pretty solid.
Those were solid. I liked the Pearl free floating. We used them in 12 in 12 at X, and then I used them in 10 at Blue Stars. Those free floating.
Yep, the new Pearl tube carrier or whatever it's called now is the second best carrier ever made.
Those are pretty nice.
You're looking at it, man.
All right, I stand corrected, man. I don't know. I didn't wear them. I just looking at them. They don't.
I'm
look
skeptical, but I'll take your word for it since I never wore it.
That's true. All right.
Plastic bottoms and snares.
Say plastic bottoms.
Yep.
I could listen to the Tap Fives all day long.
Me too,
so
man.
much space.
Was it Jared Thomas that had that quote? I could take, or was it Ice Cream even? That was nasty.
Yep.
I could take a nap in the space between those notes.
I was taking a bath. That was a Jeff Prosperity quote.
I was gonna say I won't credit Brian with that quote.
No molar technique there on those hand-to-hands.
What was Moeller?
Did it even exist back then?
It's been a long time ago.
Fair.
Dude, they look relaxed though.
They do.
They are hitting the drum, but
The shots sound
dude, those shots are so crisp.
so good.
Woo!
Yep.
Give me all of that.
Quality.
I want all of those notes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Now,
in
you,
uniform.
now you know
Let's
they're
go.
serious. Nice nines.
Love the full shots.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there's something so satisfying about a just like clean, balanced eighth note decrescendo roll. Just so simple, but just so satisfying.
Yep.
Yeah,
The simple
something
things-
that's great about this drum that I love is the like interplay with the writing between the snares and quads.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Tom.
It was very well done.
Way to go,
to,
Tom.
To me,
Way to
like
go.
Evan just said, the simple stuff. People
Yeah.
overlook the simple stuff so much and get so hung up on all the notes and just like pushing through these dense phrases. It's like sometimes just the real simple decrescendo triplet is just perfect. When you nail
And a lot
that
of times,
and the release isn't just tasty.
dude, like they just played. It was a simple like downstroke into like the same hand, like diddles. Check it, put it back. It's
Yeah.
like on a first read. Like if you're judging or like me as a listener or viewer, on a first read, it comes across so clearly.
Yeah.
You don't have to like dissect it or nuance or be like, oh, let me get my protractor out. And was this like a 15/6 that went over the bar lines? Like, no, I know exactly what it was, and it sounded great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very
Yep.
accessible to the listener.
Yep. Oh. That'll wake you up. And there were 10 snares in this line, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. I just love the forward momentum in Unk's books.
Yep.
Jeez, such a hype.
I marched with a guy on the quad line named Jared Moore.
Where?
An indoor group called Trinity.
Oh.
Ooh, was that a John Merritt group?
Yeah.
Is that
Ooh.
So I have a funny story about the second bass drummer.
Do tell.
So second bass drummer, I don't know his name, which is unfortunate. But I went to the Murfreesboro, Tennessee show this year, and it used to be a huge show. It was a 2-day show. Top 21 was there, and the night that the corps weren't performing, the other corps would go watch, and Cadets actually had randomly and weirdly had a free day, and second bass drummer came up and sat next to me in the show, and I ended up talking to the guy. I figured out that he was in the drum line. Now, I had been taught by John, and Eric Ward helped me in high school too, so I was a huge Cadets fan. And he's actually the reason that I decided to march drum corps, because I started talking to him about it. And that guy, he is the reason that I ended up marching drum corps. So that conversation I had with him.
Wow.
And I don't know his name, but thanks, dude.
Yeah. The mystery drummer.
That's right. If anybody knows him, let me know his name.
Yeah,
Love to thank him.
drop a comment on the video.
Yeah.
All right, so how much farther you guys want to go into this before we switch to the next clip?
Go a little more,
Okay.
just because it's awesome.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Love the quad.
I feel like a lot of people these days tune the quads too low.
I would agree.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, if you listen to them by himself, but you listen to the way they interact with the snares and bass drums, I think they're perfect.
All right. Well, I guess
I don't know. They don't cut real
too.
well on Lucas Oil.
Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, here we go.
Although
Right.
drum corps was never really, in my opinion, intended to be inside. So there's that.
That's also true. All right, so clip number 2 for this video is Star 93. And Josh felt really strongly when we were preparing for this that just so many young kids now have never even seen this stuff. And
Well,
this is,
not only that, like, I mean, the kids that I'll talk to, like, hey,
Dude, this is so iconic.
Yeah, have you ever? There's kids nowadays that have never even heard of Star of Indiana. Like, how sad is that? This drum line's the deal.
well, we're going to give them some knowledge here right now.
Oh.
Let's see, I might have to fast forward a little bit here. Let's see. There we go.
Bass drums.
Dude, this cold attack.
Oh!
God.
Oh boy! This guy knows.
Guards getting into it. The amount of control that this ensemble had is just insane. There's actually a Star 93 snare drummer who lives in my neighborhood.
Small world.
Who is it?
Jason Coons.
Oh, okay. Oh, the guy on the end. So much space. So hard to clean. Space is way harder.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, think about how hard it is to get kids to attack together.
I know.
This was a drum line
Dude,
that
there's
was
just like the quick shifts, man.
quick shifts and like the simple stuff even just like gives me goosebumps.
That's
It's
the
so
cleanest
good.
shot I've ever heard. Go back.
I want to hear it
I
again.
don't want to talk over it.
Keep in mind, the camera's like at a 45 on the end.
Yeah. All right. I think I went back far enough.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, back.
Mike, go back further. All right, here we go.
From the end. Be fun.
Ooh.
Oh.
So
Did you hear the left hand right after it?
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
the rep shot super clean. They played a left hand 3-inch note after that.
And I want to point out, I'm pretty sure that shot was so perfect and loud, the camera couldn't register the decibel level and even pick it up. Like there's like a gap. I don't think you hear it.
Well, the quality of camera is probably
Well, duh. It's
a little
93.
suspect.
This camera is the size of my basement, probably, if you were there. But
Yeah.
all right, let's keep going. Just so much of it is so tasteful.
Yeah,
It's so well written with the horn book.
they played quiet so well.
Uh huh.
This is the cleanest roll on finals tape ever. Listen up to finals tape. This roll.
Ooh.
Attack.
Woo.
From the edge.
You can see Nick Anderson's wrist turn from a mile away, man.
Truth.
Dude,
Yeah, dude.
monster.
Look at the low end control is unreal.
They never
Add in.
they never squeeze a sound out. It's like so
No.
big. Play low. Keep
Oh my
going.
gosh. Dude, pause. So we'll go back here in a second, but actually the composition in the bass drum to where you can just hear the space in between the notes instead of just like runs for days. It's just so tasty and it just like it warms my soul to hear that just the tone and like the actual appreciation for like matching with what the horn line is doing. It's just so great.
You see them doing a lot of like messing with the articulations, long sounds, short sounds, quick muffles, like inside of like the ostinato pattern. It's crazy how talented they were and how hard that is.
So good. I think the bass tube was cheesing there for a second. Big old smile on his face.
So many monsters in that snare.
This quad player is going for it.
Dude, he gets going. Hold on.
Wait till the end of the deal.
I mean, think about the context of this video too. Pause real quick. So they're in finals retreat. They finished second at finals, playing for the cadets who finished first. Like, you're sitting there playing to the group that beat you. I mean, there's got to be so much in these guys right now. It's just like basically like a middle finger. Like, yeah, we deserve to win this.
That's something that a lot of people don't know. It used to be a thing. Like, you used to, whoever got second would always turn to the champions, and they would play them one thing. It used to happen every year. It doesn't happen anymore, but that was really cool. You can find all sorts of videos. Like, I think there's one of like 88 Blue Devils playing towards 88 Cadets, or I'm sorry, maybe it was 87. And
88
like
Scouts won, I think.
Yeah, 88 Scouts won, but it was a year where they played towards the Cadets. And Tom Float's like walking around in a tuxedo, and he's just like talking sausage to the cadets, like pointing at his drum line, how they thought they should have won. I think it was 87 because he thought 87 should have won. Cadets, or Garfield won that year.
Well, didn't 87 get a perfect score? Cadets?
Perfect 30.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Oof.
And their highs are great, their lows are great, and they can go from high to low just like that, and it's just perfect. Just the control of the sticks.
Dude, they are running in this part of the show.
That quad player, man.
Throwing sticks.
Jeez. That was nasty.
Dude, what a hype to end of the show.
Yeah,
just
dude.
Full out, like, singles.
And that's the last thing Star of Indiana ever did in DCI.
It's
the last thing they ever played together.
Oh, rip.
Never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Sad.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well.
Dude, this one is probably maybe even less well known than the Star group.
Yeah, this is.
No, this one. Well, I mean, everybody knows Blue Knights, but like,
dude,
when I was growing up and I was getting into the activity, and I was like, I was really learning about it. People always sometimes say, "Hey, what's the best snare line ever?" People would mention 95 Blue Knights, and the drum corps did not do very well.
They did not make finals, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But the snare, I mean, it's just ridiculous. The drum line is so good.
All right, let's check this out.
Tasty buzz rolls.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Those tap fives.
Yep.
I love that. Oh, damn.
Woo! Dude, it's so good.
This split part coming up is nasty. God. Right here.
Center 2 or Jeff Angeles.
Wait,
Dude, just cold
center
attacks.
2 were Jeff Queen and Nick Angelis?
Center 2 is Jeff Queen and Nick Angelis. So Nick was in the last video. We saw a star.
So Nick Angelis went from star 93. I'm assuming he would have had to have been really young in that star video if he's marching 2 years later still in 95.
Yeah, he also marched like Vanguard before that for a few years, and I think Nick Angelis started marching drum corps when he was like 5 or 6. That's not a joke. I think he started in I think he started in parade corps and
he was in Blue
stuff
Devils
like that. He
Y.
started really. But yeah, he was in Star 93, and then he's in the center 2 here with Jeff Queen.
That's hilarious.
This drumline did not make DCI finals, but in semifinals,
Hey, I'm like 99% sure on that. I'm not 100%.
No, I just looked it up, but they were sixth. The percussion was sixth in semifinals.
Anybody that knows the activity, 6th at semifinals, and the drum corps doesn't make finals means that drumline's for sure in the top 3.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
think about how early they went on in comparison.
Wow.
They were also 6th in quarterfinals, so there's that.
Oh man. Oh, that crescendo roll. Just the rolls alone are just impressive. Oh. These might be some of the best crescendo triplet rolls I think I've ever heard in my life. I've never seen this video before. I did not know BK95 was good, so thank you, Josh.
Dude,
for
BK
letting me know,
from
like this is
the 90s into the early 2000s, like 01 was just.
It's Ralph Hardman.
Damn. These rolls just like touch my soul. Like, rolls don't sound like that unless every guy is playing with extreme pristine quality. Oh,
Jeez. Jeez.
Oh my god.
Dude, those dotted 8s with them are hard to clean too.
I have no words.
Dude, this is sick.
I have no words.
It's ridiculous how good that is.
Let's try that again.
I think you guys got it. I don't think we need to try it again.
Dude. That is one of the most aggressive buzz rolls I've ever seen in my life. Dude, those 95 lines were pretty filthy.
One thing we know for sure is Jeff Queen's got to get the long hair ponytail back.
Bring it back.
100%.
Jeff, we know you're listening.
Dang.
Oh my god, I'd never seen.
Dude, we're gonna have to go back through some more of these older videos.
I know. That's nuts.
Yeah, 95. I don't even remember who the first person to tell me that, but when I was asking who the best snare line was, somebody said BK95. And boy, it's pretty true, man.
I don't know if I can argue that at this point after seeing that. Like I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. BK had some great lines. Ralph Hardman was there. I mean, people got to give that guy his respect, man. If you go all the way back, 70s, 80s, 90s, he's done nothing but put out top-notch groups. And I know that may be silly to say. I mean, the guy's a legend, but like there's a reason, like Tom Hannum with Star. I mean, what he did in '93, the book he wrote, and all that. And there's a lot of guys that helped make that what it was. But I mean, Ralph Hardman, Tom Hannum, when we watched the Tom Longstrom, and the 3 guys that were in charge of these, I mean, holy cow, you go over, there's just decades of being the best. Decades.
Yeah, man, it's wild.
Dude, that stuff never gets old to watch.
That right there just like humbles you to watch. Like that's where everything came from. Like these groups are where the activity came from. And it's like You can have like this is so obscure, but it's so. This is literally one of the best snare lines I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt. Like I've seen a lot of snare lines since I've been involved in this activity since I was 14.
There's some other videos too of this year and other portions of the show too that I would highly encourage people to watch. 95, 97, 98, 99, BK, like just 94.
Right.
Old VK, Velvet Nights. Oof,
Yep.
We can do some
solid
stuff on
years
that
there.
sometime.
We might have to. We get Pete Zappinen back on here with us and watch some VK
Yeah.
stuff. All right. Well, this has been awesome. Josh, thanks for hanging out. Everybody, again, hit subscribe, like the video, tell your friends about us, share the video on your social media accounts, and we will just see everybody in the next episode.
Peace.
See ya.